Welcome students. In this lecture, we will discuss de Broglie's concept of dual nature of the electron and Heisenberg uncertainty principle. The modern theory of atomic structure is mainly based on the wave mechanical concept of the electron. This theory, which is usually called wave mechanics, was developed by Louis de Broglie, E. Schrödinger and Werner Heisenberg. We shall now attempt to bring this wave mechanical concept in a more systematic manner by using simple mathematics. In Bohr's theory, an electron is treated as a material particle of a small mass moving around the nucleus along a fixed path called orbit. Light, which consists of electromagnetic radiation, is known to exhibit both particle and wave properties. And based on this analogy, a French physicist, Louis de Broglie, in 1923 suggested that matter considered to be made up of discrete particles such as atoms and molecules, and it behaves like wave under proper condition. And the wave nature of the radiation has been well established by the phenomenon of diffraction and interference. Electrons, like light rays or X-rays, exhibit diffraction phenomena. This leads to the view that electrons, like the light, may also have wave properties associated with them. It means that electron has dual nature, that is particle and wave. And according to de Broglie, an electron of mass m moving with a velocity v should be associated with wavelength lambda . The wavelength and velocity are related by the following mathematical equation. Lambda is equal to h by mv is equal to h by p, where h is the Planck's constant and mv is the momentum of the moving particle. mv is equal to h by lambda, or mv is equal to h by lambda. The momentum of the moving particle is inversely proportional to wavelength, the waves associated with it. And this is another form of de Broglie relationship, and it, in a simple word, it can be stated as the momentum of moving particle is inversely proportional to the wavelength of the waves associated with it. Verification of de Broglie's equation. In the case of photon, or let us first consider the case of photon. If we consider it be a wave of frequency nu, its energy is given by E is equal to h nu. This is equation number 1. And if we now consider it as a particle of mass m, its energy is E is equal to mc squared. This is equation number 2. And from equation 1 and 2, we get h nu is equal to mc squared. Let us consider it third equation. As the photon travels in free space with velocity of light c, its momentum p is given by p is equal to mc. Let us consider equation number 4. And on dividing equation 3 by equation 4, we get h nu divided by p is equal to c, or p is equal to h nu by c. and P is equal to h by lambda. Because we know that C is equal to frequency into wavelength. We know that C is equal to frequency into lambda. Or lambda is equal to h by p. De Broglie assumed that the above relation holds good for the material particles like electron, and hence for the electrons equation lambda is equal to h by mu. Lambda is equal to h by p, or lambda is equal to h by mv is equal to h by p, where m is the mass, v is the velocity, and lambda wavelength, and p is the momentum of electron. And equation or last equation is same as the equation 1. This is considered as fifth equation, and it is same as equation 1. De Broglie's wavelength is applicable for microscopic particle, and such as electron, protons, but it is not applicable for macroscopic objects like cricket ball, football, because these objects have wavelength, but it is too small that it does not have any real existence. De Broglie's concept, or its important use in the construction of electron microscope, which is used in the measurement of objects of very small size. On the basis of this concept, we can solve the numerical. This is, what would be the wavelength of a ball of mass 0.1 kilogram moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Here mass is given here, that is 0.1 kilogram, and velocity is given here 10 meter per second, and h is equal to 6.266 into 10 to the power minus 34 Js. And we know that lambda is equal to h by mv, and putting these values we will get lambda is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 meter. In this way we can calculate the wavelength of ball. According to classical mechanics, the position and momentum of moving electron can be determined with great accuracy. And when an electron is considered as a wave, it is however not possible to know the exact location of the electron on the wave, as the wave is extending throughout a region of space. Thus the question arises, if an electron is exhibiting dual nature, is it possible to know the exact position of the electron in space at some given instant? The answer to this question is given by Heisenberg, which states that it is impossible to determine simultaneously the exact position and exact momentum or velocity of the electron with any desired accuracy. And this definition is known as Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Mathematically, it is given as delta x into delta p is equal or greater than the Planck's constant. Heisenberg equation can be stated in words as a product of uncertainty in the simultaneous determination of the position and momentum of a particle is equal or greater than the Planck's constant, where delta x is the uncertainty in the determination of position and delta p is the uncertainty in the determination of the momentum or velocity. Sometimes, instead of measuring position and momentum of the system, its energy E and the time t for which it remains in that energy state are measured. In these cases, the uncertainty in measurement is represented as delta E into delta t is equal or greater than Planck's constant or h by 4 pi. And if the time for which the system remains in a particular energy state is short, then its energy will be more defined, and for longer stay in a state, the energy will not be so well defined. The uncertainty principle is now regarded as a fundamental principle of nature. And this equation, delta E into delta t is equal or greater than h by 4 pi is applicable to complex molecules and to internal molecular energy level as. Now, the most important significance of uncertainty principle is that it rules out the existence of definite path or trajectories of electrons and smaller particles. In view of the principle of uncertainty, it would look almost impossible to describe the position of an electron in an atom at any time, since it has dimensions very much smaller than atom. So it is not possible to describe the path followed by the electrons in an atom. Bohr had given an idea of definite energy or velocity of an electron in definite orbit. Thus, the Bohr model of definite orbits is in the fundamental conflict with the uncertainty principle. It is almost impossible to describe the position of an electron in an atom at any time. The best we can do is to speak of the probability of relative chance of finding an electron with a probable velocity rather than at a definite path for it. And it is applicable for microscopic objects like electron. Here, delta V into delta x is equal to h by 4 pi m. And this equation is for electron and whose mass is 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. This is the mass of electron. And we will find that delta V into delta x is equal to 10 to the power minus 4 m square second universe, or 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per second. This value is large enough in comparison with the size of the electron and is thus in no way applicable. Thank you. And in the next lecture, we will discuss in the next lecture we will discuss about quantum theory or quantum numbers, orbitals and shapes of orbitals. Thank you.